This certainly had a regular season feel to it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Sensitive Media. Today we're going to recap this afternoon's spring training game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates as the Phillies defeat the Pirates by a final score of 5-1. It's just honestly felt like a regular season game, right? Of course, Zach Eflin, not going very deep, but I tell you, the bullpen looked great, the offense looked great. I mean, this was a very, exciting spring training game. I guess before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please show engage the bell, and please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies provides a daily video of highlights from the game. So please go subscribe to this channel, link in the description section. So Zach Eflin had great movement on his pitches today. I mean, second straight start, he's looked absolutely great. He stuff has movement on it. I mean, it looks very, very good. He looks healthy. He looks strong. I couldn't be more impressed with him. JT Realmuto, I know that he had a rough start to the spring last year with the broken thumb, and John Schwarber was talking about, they're all talking about, how much better he looks. And you get to see it. He looks healthy. He looks ready. He's had a great spring, and he just looks so much better. He looks so much better. I think we're going to see a different JT Realmuto this season, and we cannot forget that, hey, JT was not bad last year. We cannot forget that JT Realmuto was not bad last year. He was not bad. I think that's very important to, bring up. He wasn't bad, but it just wasn't up to his standards, right? It wasn't as good as we all know he can be. I mean, that I can tell you, right? He wasn't as good as we all know he can be. So there's no question about that. Kyle Schwarber hitting a home run off of former Phil. Jared Eichhoff, we all remember Jared Eichhoff. Got him from the Cole Hamels trade in 2015. It didn't really turn out to be that much. He's been bouncing around to a couple teams over the past couple years, and now he finds himself donning the yellow and black Pirates uniform. As you pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning, Nick Castellanos doubles on a sharp line drive to center field. JT Realmuto comes around to score as the Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. It was Castellanos' second double of the spring. I talk about it every single time, right? That's that swing, right? This is a guy that's going to hit a lot of home runs in our ballpark. So he drives in JT right there to make it a 1-0 Phillies lead. And we pick it up here in about the second inning. JT Realmuto does it again, ladies and gentlemen, as he doubles on a sharp line drive to left field. Juan Camargo and Mickey Moniak come around to score as the Phillies now take a 3-0 lead. So that was Realmuto's fourth double of the spring. As I talked about, his swing looks great. He's always had a very, very nice swing with a nice two-handed finish. Doesn't really have a lot of movement with his bat, right? It just kind of stays up here in this general area. He kind of loads back, but this is a guy that has a very simple, fairly simple swing, and hits the ball hard. He hits the ball hard, and you saw it right there, right? So another 2 RBI double for Realmuto, and the Phillies now lead it 3-0. Now we pick it up here in the top of the third inning. Brian Reynolds signals on a ground ball to center field, and Tool Tucker comes around to score as the Pirates are going to win a 3-1 ball game. So that was off of Zach Eflin, who was still very good this afternoon. That was the lone Pirates run of the day. So that would do it for them. Only that RBI single by Brian Reynolds. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kyle Schwarber homers on a fly ball to center field. A 2-1 shot. Also scores Mickey Moniak, who's just been so hot right now. I'll get to that in a little bit. But the Phillies now take a 5-1 lead. So, Schwarber hasn't set the world on fire, so far this spring. But I tell you what, he's hit a lot of bombs. Schwarbomb, right? Am I right? Schwarbomb. So that certainly was a bomb to center field to give the Phillies a 5-1 lead. And we go with that score, 5-1 on Schwarber's third home run of the spring. And you go take a look at Kyle Schwarber, the other spot. Only one hit was a big one right there, 2-run shot to give the Phillies a 5-1 lead. Also drawing a walk. Of course, he sees the baseball very, very well. I talk about it every single time I bring up Kyle Schwarber's name. And JT Realmuto, 2 hits this afternoon, 3 RBI, scoring the first run of the ball game on the Nick Castellanos RBI double. He is red hot. He is just red hot. Batting .371 here in the spring in a .992 OPS. So he has just looked great. He looks like he's in mid-season form already. So he is just, on fire going into the regular season. We have a lot of guys who are on fire going into the season. When it's Bryson Scott, Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto. Nick Castellanos has looked great. Kyle Schwarber hasn't looked great, but he's looked good. We have a lot of guys who look, eager and excited to go out there and play the game and are, definitely in a hot streak. No question about that. Bryce Harper goes hitless today with the strikeout. Not the end of the world, right? This is the great thing about this team, because even you're going to see it in the regular season where Harper's going to have a game like this. Of course, everybody's going to have an off night or an off day or whatever it may be. But the nice thing is you're going to have so much protection in that lineup with Schwarber and Castellanos, Hoskins, Muto, I mean, on and on. Didi, if he's good, right? If he could, live up to what we all know he could be. Just on and on and on. Just the protection that Harp has in the lineup. It's okay. He doesn't have to feel all this pressure like he did in 2021, like he did in 2020, and so on. So he doesn't have to feel that enormous amount of pressure. Of course, he's still the guy. He's the best player on the team. But he could just feel a little bit more relaxed. And they were talking about that with JT today. I mean, same exact thing, right? On the offensive side, maybe this is part of the reason why he looks better. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with health-wise, but also you have to remember this game is so much mental. It's so much mental. It's unbelievable. So this is definitely going to help Harp on the mental side of the game. No question about that. Nick Castellanos, only one hit was that nice line drive RBI double to left field to score the first Phillies run of the ball game. I still can't believe we signed this guy. I still can't believe it. And this is a guy that I pretty much said all season, during the lockout, Nick Castellanos definitely not coming here, and I can't believe we did it. I cannot believe we did it. Yes, Nick Castellanos is a Philadelphia Philly. Still seems hard to believe. I mean, a lot of these guys, especially when Harper was a free agent, I just said, he seems like a Philly. I predicted that he'd sign here and this and that. Same with Kyle Schwarber. I said Kyle Schwarber seems like a Philly. That was not much of a surprise, but the Nick Castellanos signing was a huge surprise to me. It was a huge, huge surprise to me, as I'm sure it was for most of you. I did not see that one coming at all. And Rhys Hoskins, another guy that's not really setting the world on fire going into the season. He doesn't really look healthy. And we all know he's been battling some injuries the past couple of years, the surgery last year as well. He doesn't really look 100%. So he goes hitless this afternoon. Definitely a disappointment. And Bryson Scott, congratulations. Gets to start at second today. Of course, the guy can just play anywhere. Plex a knock this afternoon, and he is going to be there on Friday for opening day. So let's go. Alcom also making that roster spot, which, I'm not going to say was too much of a surprise. I'm also not going to say that he didn't deserve to make it. I mean, I get it. I also would understand they sent him down to kind of get a little bit more, a little bit more polished down, AAA in Lehigh Valley. But I understand why, they put him on the opening day roster. I understand that. Mickey Moniak. I don't know what's gotten into this guy. Another 2 hits today. Another 2 runs scored. So he's now batting .371 in the spring with 1,285 OPS. So he is scorching hot. If you did not know, he also made the opening day roster. This guy's going to be your opening day center field. I think that's what's going to happen. I can't believe the former first-round pick out of 2016, this is only one spring training, but, he has showed some signs. He's going to be a nice defender out there. Much better than what we got, around him, right? But he's going to be, upgrade out there defensively, and he's a nice left-handed bat. He's got some decent amount of speed. So I love it, man. I love it. So Mickey Moniak, hopefully he can bring this into the regular season. I was there to witness his first career home run last year against the San Francisco Giants on April 21st. He really did nothing other than that. But hopefully he can, build off of what he's done in the spring, carry it into the regular season. Zach Eflin this afternoon, 3 2/3, 4 hits, one run reserved, 7 strikeouts, and he didn't walk anybody. So, a lot of strikeouts today, we strike out 15. So the Phillies pitching staff strikes out 15 this afternoon against this really bad Pittsburgh Pirates team. But Zach Eflin, as I said, second straight appearance, right? His debut before, second straight appearance. So he's looked great. He looks healthy. He looks good. He looks confident. It's one thing to go out there and do well and all that stuff, but he just looks confident. He looks like he's in control. So I love that. He looks very confident in himself. So a lot of these guys you're going to be seeing, in the regular season, which is great. I honestly am starting to think that this bullpen may be a little underrated. Brad Hinn could get his act together, which he's looked great so far this spring. And, Jerry Familia has really cleaned it up, man. That sinker looks so much better. I understand it can be really inconsistent, but the mix in with the fastball and the sinker, he looks great. Saw him strike out the side today. I tell you what, if Sammy Dominguez, I understand he struggled yesterday and he didn't look very good, but he's another guy that the potential is there. The potential is there. Just the health, I think, is the biggest thing standing in the way. As John Crick said today, no more excuses. They were talking to Bobby Dickerson. No more excuses. We have a team to go out there. We're competitive. We're trying to get that NL East title, especially with the Braves losing Freddie Freeman. I do not think Matt Olson, goes out saying will not be as good as Freddie Freeman for the Atlanta Braves. So the Braves lose Freddie Freeman, which is huge. The Mets are having a lot of problems with Scherzer and DeGrom, which I don't like to see anybody get hurt, but it's definitely helping our chances. And they also have, Starling Marte, a guy who's getting up there in age. I do think the Mets are are clinically overrated. I'm not going to jump on a, bandwagon and say, hey, well, here we go, we're going to win the NL East. I mean, how many times have we heard that before? But I definitely think we have a very, very good chance. This is not the best division. This is still not a very good division. So I'll talk about that more on the, the team preview that we always do the day before the regular season. So that will be discussed on Thursday. So I'm going to make a video about that on Thursday, talking about, the Phils going into the 2022 season. I'll give again my final predictions, even though I did do a collaboration with Dylan Power, Phillies Updates, giving my record predictions for the season. But I'll be doing it again on video this time. But Nick Nelson, a guy that I think you're going to be seeing this year. I mean, he's looked great so far this spring, and very impressed with him. And 1.13 ERA. I think that especially with the injuries and everything, I think you're definitely going to be seeing him. Brad Hand also striking out 2 today. Connor Bryant can settle down, and another nice clean inning today. He looked good. So hopefully he's starting to kind of get back in his rhythm. I mean, his velocity has definitely looked down this year, but hopefully he can kind of get back to where he was. I mean, he definitely had a solid year for us last year. And Jerry's familiar, as I just talked about, striking out the side. He looked great today. So the stuff was good, right? He was mixing the sinker and the fastball. When he does that, things are looking good. If he could just locate it, right? I mean, has a problem with someone that said sinker doesn't look like it's a sinker. It looks like it's a fastball. So that's a bit of an issue. That's a bit of an issue for him. But hopefully he can get that under control. But nice Phillies win this afternoon. A solid Phillies win. Of course, we win 5-1. So we collect 8 hits on the day. So I'd like to apologize for not getting the video out yesterday. I just was very tired. A lot of stuff going on. And if you do not know, I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. You know that. I preach that. If you say you're going to do something, you better do it. We lost 5-2. We were on the road. It wasn't televised. Nothing really, crazy even happened in the game. Not only did we lose, but nothing even really significant happened. So I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just going to take this one off here. Of course, I, do like to practice. Of course, these videos are just for practice, basically. I mean, they're not really that, exciting, to watch because, hey, I mean, these games don't mean anything, but it's nice to see some prospects. It's nice to see how they're doing. I mean, one bright spot you could take out of this spring is Mickey Moniak. I mean, not only Bryson Scott, I mean, he's been great, of course, but Mickey Moniak, I think, is the biggest surprise you could take out of this. Because honestly, he didn't start off very good. I mean, I think that the first, week, he was not really doing so well. He was not doing so well. And he's really turned it on. He has really turned it on. So I'm so proud of the work that Mickey Moniak has put in. He looks so much better. I do think he'll settle back down to earth, but, definitely, an exciting player to watch this spring. Of course, Bryson Scott, I mean, our number one prospect has looked unbelievable. Outbound's been a disappointment. Today was our last game in Clearwater. As we travel to a big league ballpark tomorrow in Tropicana Field in Tampa, Florida. Rangers Schwarber on the mound tomorrow, making the last start as a Phillies pitcher here in spring training in 2022. 0-1 with a 9 ERA, but his first start was very good. Last start, not so much. And Pitty will be on the mound for Tampa Bay, 1-0. And he doesn't have an ERA so far this year. So that's pretty much it. But a nice, solid Phillies win this afternoon, 5-1. So our record is now a 9-7. So we secured a winning record for spring training, which is cool, I guess. Even though it means absolutely nothing. What really matters is what we do on Friday until October 5th. What happens right now means nothing. I still like to get some wins here and, see some prospects do well and, see people succeed. I don't want to go out there and lose every single game. And, I understand some people say spring training doesn't matter, spring training, but you still want to go out there and do well. You still want to go out there and try to compete, and you still want to, see the young guys play and succeed. I mean, for example, Alec struggles have not been good. I mean, it's been very discouraging to watch this guy play. So you did not hear, former Phillies catcher Andrew Knapp was signed by the Cincinnati Reds to a minor league deal. He was cut. So he did not make the roster. So Andrew Knapp cut by the Cincinnati Reds, former Phil. So that is pretty much it. So 12:35, the first pitch tomorrow against the Tampa Bay Rays. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please show notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media. Link in the description section at Phillies Hatstone Media, Instagram, TikTok, our Fanatics Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at PeonSoapMedia. Card text 267-225-3292. Email me, phillieshatstomedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phils. Against the Rays tomorrow, 12:35. Rangers Schwarber takes them down. I'll see you guys.